Hi everybody. Today we will go on to the sixth module of our subject chemical process safety, and in this lecture you will hear about scrubbers. Scrubbers. Scrubbers are air pollution control devices that can be used to remove some particulates which are in the solid form or gases from the industrial exhaust streams. You know that the industrial exhaust streams may contain a lot of contaminants. So this is removed, and after removing these contaminants it is being exiting to the atmosphere. The scrubbers are equipments for the separation of the solid components from the gases and utilizes water to scrub these particles from the industrial exhaust streams. Many of these scrubbers operates on counter current principle. The counter current principle means one of the component will be added and it will be moving in the upward direction. Another component will be moving in the downward direction. So there is counter current action. Usually scrubbers are cylindrical shell with conical bottom. It is of two types, wet scrubbers and dry scrubbers. The figure shown here is that of a wet scrubber. The wet scrubber is a cylindrical shell in which contaminated gas is added at the bottom of this column. And the scrubbing liquid used here is water. Scrubbing liquid is added at the top of this column. So there is counter current principle is applied here. This contaminated gas, when comes in contact with the scrubbing liquid, gets purified and the clean gas is obtained at the top of this column. So a packed bed made of certain packing material is being filled in this tower. So this will act as, or it will increase the absorption of contaminated gas when it comes in contact with the scrubbing liquid. Whatever scrubbing liquid is added here is passed through the liquid distributor before it reaches the packed bed. And this contaminated gas, after coming in contact with the packed bed and the whatever scrubbed liquid is added, it gets purified and all those pollutants will be removed from this column through the mist eliminator, and thus clean gas is obtained which will be passing out of this column from the top portion of this scrubber. And at the bottom you know that water is added from the top, and it will be passing through and reaches the bottom after coming in contact with the contaminated gas, and you will get a liquid reservoir at the bottom of this column, and scrubbed liquid will be exiting from the column at the bottom. These equipments are usually involved in almost all of the industries in which the industrial exhaust contains a lot of contaminants. The figure shown here is a dry scrubber. The difference between a dry and a wet scrubber is that in dry scrubbers, no water is used. The dry scrubbers are used in case when the industrial exhaust contains contaminants like acids, sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid, and these acids has to be removed from the exhaust gas before being venting into the atmosphere. So the dry scrubbers contains a dry granulate absorbent which is being filled in this column, and the exhaust gas inlet is at the bottom of this column. So this absorbent material will be absorbing whatever contaminants like acids present in the industrial exhaust gas, and it will be purifying that particular exhaust gas, and thus the purified exhaust gas will be venting out of the scrubber from the top portion, and the absorbent will contain all those contaminants which will be saturated and it will be taken outside. The wet scrubbers, they are used where the exhaust gases of combustion may contain substances considered harmful to the environment, and the scrubber may remove or neutralize those. A wet scrubber is used to clean air, fuel gas or other gases of various pollutants and dust particles. Wet scrubbing works via the contact of target compounds or particulate matter with the scrubbing solution. The solutions may simply be water or solutions of reagents that specifically target certain compounds. This is another topic, flares. A flare or vent disposal system collects and discharges gas from atmospheric or pressurized process components to the atmosphere to safe locations for final release during normal operations and abnormal conditions. You can see flares when you go through that Irumbanam area near to the Cochin refinery. You can see flare stack of Cochin refinery. In vent system, the gas exiting the system is dispersed in the atmosphere. In flare systems, they have an ignition device that ignite the gas exiting the system because the discharge may be either continuous or intermittent. Gas disposal systems for tank operating near atmospheric pressure are often called as atmospheric vent or flares, and gas disposal systems for pressure vessels are called pressure vents or flares. A flare or vent system from a pressurized source may include a control valve, collection piping, and gas outlet. A scrubbing vessel should also be provided to remove liquid hydrocarbons. In industrial plants, flare stacks are primarily used for burning of flammable gas released by pressure relief valves during unplanned overpressurizing of plant equipment. The released gases and liquids are routed through large piping systems called flare headers to a vertical elevated flare. The released gases are burned as they exit the flare stacks. The size and brightness of resulting flame depends upon the flammable material's flow rate in joules per hour. Most industrial plant flares have a vapor liquid separator upstream of the flare to remove any large amount of liquid that may accompany the relief gases. Steam is very often injected into the flame to reduce the formation of black smoke. The typical components of an overall industrial flare stack system. In the figure, you can see a knockout drum. This is used to remove any oil or water from the relieved gas. So this is acting as a separator. A water seal drum. A water seal drum or liquid seal. It is used to prevent any flashback of the flame from the top of the flare stack. An alternative gas recovery system for use during partial plant startups and shutdowns as well as other times when required. The recovered gas is routed into the fuel gas system of the overall industrial plant. A steam injection system to provide an external momentum force used for efficient mixing of air with the relieved gas, which promotes smokeless burning. A pilot flame with its ignition system that burns all the time so that it is available to ignite relieved gases whenever needed.